The icon, like it's a really steep leveling curve. So these guys with the things on their heads are anti-tank, and I guess these guys pointing up are anti. Or are these anti-air? That's the thing. Like it doesn't. You can't really just screen over these things. It doesn't help you at all. All right, so those were infantry, which I have to load back up. So, where's my dude at? Whatever, these guys are walking. They're not worth it. It's like 40 dudes. So I guess the dude's pointing up. Or the anti-air, and hopefully I have enough. I don't think I do, though. Oh, I see. So there's the vehicle for that one. So your vehicles use gasoline, they use ammunition, all that stuff, and inside each of your vehicles is a little dude. You have to load and unload these guys, move them around. Makes the game a little more complicated. So this guy's got what? Really expensive command, Martyrs, that's anti-tank. I don't know what that is yet. He's going to try and go for the woods too, so I got to get some dudes in the woods. This is a pretty, like, I don't know how to describe this. It's a pretty big conflict area. Oh, and so here's why you keep your anti-air. Here's a little U-10 UE transport, and it's going to try and flank around and go for here. So I got my dudes here, which I should be unloading. And once you unload, you get like a lot of units. You get some anti-tank guys, which are good. You get the anti-air dudes, which are good. So he's going straight for the woods, just like me. So I'm going to keep my guys right here, just on the edges, because he's going to fight for this. And I'll keep these dudes right here, because they have a little longer range. So I'll unload them right here, because you see he's going in. Now, that's because I got this recon unit here, recon helicopter. He doesn't have that advantage, so he doesn't know what he's running into. Will, however, need a recon of my own. I swore I had my own recon. Supply truck should go right out in the open. Oh, why do I have a UAZ there? I guess I have lots of extras, so well. This UAZ will be hiding back here, I guess. Until we can, so, you know, just to get an idea of what's going on. I'm camping out in the woods here, and I'm hoping to kind of like ambush him. These guys have pushed up and taken Elaine and Dimitri, and have abandoned Gregory and Fedor. Now this is a huge disadvantage for them, because this means they're reinforcing from Sheridan instead of Fedor, meaning it's going to be a lot longer for them to get reinforcements. They also have like a couple of artillery up here, and I will be sniping those eventually. I think we want these guys to do it. So this will be my little snipe team. They'll be moving up along the side and moving up here and sniping. Now, before I showed you a game with basically, you know, pretty big noobs, people who have not played the game, and I don't want to go through the woods until I have a recon, because you don't want to get caught. It's one big part of this game, but it's okay because I have a recon coming up sooner rather than later. All right, so war is on. What's happening up here? So we got a Hemet supply truck being attacked by all this, so that's not going to survive. Little skirmishes happening here, and this is why I chose the woods instead of here. It's all open, you're almost forced to push. So I'm going to slowly move these up, creep them up a little bit. And it looks like I'm lagging out, because everyone else is lagging out. I am playing from, not my home, I'm playing while on vacation. Shh, don't tell anybody. So what does this do? Oh, there we go. Now it's being more accurate. Everyone, maybe the client server itself is just crashing. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Sorry, let me check my own connection. Okay, so I checked my own connection, and it seems to be fine. Yeah, the game just kind of dropped me, so that's a big problem. I'm guessing everyone got dropped. Space Marine. How did I play in Wargame? Oh, gotta hit the ready button. Now here's the funny thing with this. This is also kind of broken. If you hit ready, say somebody doesn't hit ready, it doesn't lock out turning on the game. It's kind of weird. This whole matchmaking system is actually pretty bad. A game that's not notoriously popular should have a better matchmaking system. Alright, another round of this. Alright, so 2 bases. You just gotta make sure to put your stuff next to your FOB. So this one's theirs, that's not mine. Mine should be over here. Oh, it's gonna be moved. That's weird. Maybe that is my FOB. Oopsie-doo. I hope that's my FOB. None of them are lit up. That's messed up. There's 2 FOBs. Okay, it's a 3-on-3. So, I've never played this map actually. So let's look at the map real quick. Oh, this one's messed up. I've got Michak, Ivan, and Charlatan. So we need to hold. This one sucks so bad. This is a 4v4 map. It's pretty obvious to me. So someone's taking Ivan, that's good, and Michael. So I gotta take Leonid and Constantine. I can't take both though, can I? Okay, well, these are big open areas. That's gonna be bad. Right off the bat, we'll need 2 of these guys. Have my one holding there, and I will need infantry. I'll need these guys, a lot of those guys, and I think the rest I'll do tanks. Now the reason why I'm doing this because I have to protect a lot of open areas, and tanks are really good at holding that. And we got open areas, so a helicopter will do quite good. I'm gonna go with the expensive ones, the Mi-24B. Now, like I said, I got much more developed on this side. Like everything is actually the same side. It's not that much more developed. I lied. It's got a lot of helicopters. I think I'm happy with tanks, but I could use some anti-tanks. Now, the reason why I usually go with the anti-air setup is because the tanks will just, tank damage and demolish. The anti-tank guns will take care of their tanks. The anti-air guns will take care of their air, and the tanks are just, very fast, and they'll just plow through. So, let's see. I don't have any supply, which can be kind of rough. There's not a lot of good spots for sitting camp because there's not a lot of cover. So this is going to be purely about positioning and scouting. And unfortunately, this game is pretty weak on scouting. Alright. And all the guns in this game can shoot longer than their range, which is something, you might be fond of from StarCraft 2. Not so much in this game. So, it's just really weird. Playing this as a 3v3 map is kind of brutal. It's 4v4. It's obvious. One here, one here, one here, one here, and then you fight from the middle. Okay, so we're all go. I gotta try and capture 2 points using. So I guess split my units pretty effectively. The worst part is like your UAV's gonna be quite in the open. Yeah, these little hedgerows here. Okay, so I'm gonna sneak these guys over here. I can't leave anything behind though. I don't have enough resources for that just yet. So that's my anti-tank guns, anti-air guns, and I only have this little hedgerow. And we'll move 1 tank over there. It's not actually 1 tank though, it's like 5 tanks. So I always use, well not always, but usually I'll use like some helicopters. Like I said in the last video, I said that helicopters are, really good at beating noobs, and that is most definitely true. Look what he's doing. It's a transport helicopter. I'm gonna knock that out pretty quickly. We were going for the exact same idea, except I have more. Oh, how'd he get? Oh, it's a gazelle. Shit, combat. You guys can go in the woods here for now. Oh shit, that's 200 resources lost already. Alright, so everyone's going pretty heavy air. No, you guys will stay up here. So there's absolutely no cover here at all. Luckily, I think I'm going to beat these transport helicopter pretty easily. Okay, we gotta unload these guys now. Unload these guys. And so he's got, oh man, they got so many helicopters. It's retarded how many helicopters they have. So what they're doing is they're spotting the helicopters and they're just going to try and shell me out. I don't think it's going to work too hot though. God damn it. So there's definitely some stability issues with the server. I don't even know what this button does here. Does this mean drop him, disconnect him? What? Of course, he'll disconnect me. He's on the air team. Snickers. No, okay, it's not even a clickable button. It just looks like a button. But he's gone now. Alright, so what are we looking at here? Well, he's shelling it from up here, so we're going to sneak around all the way around, and we're going to try to take out their artillery. It's now pointless for me to try and take this point, because I lost my UAZ. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave an anti-aircraft team right here, and everything else will come with me. And he's doing this, like, this is kind of a dick move. He's shelling out the base here, trying to hit, or nice. Okay, he's not. Okay, he's doing the good stuff. Yeah, some people try to do this, and it's like a really bizarre little strategy they do. And what it comes down to is they'll shell out your base, hoping to hit FOBs and UAZs. And then what they do is they will, you know, just sit there. Now, they don't get a lot of points for this. Like, you know, I guarantee you it's Aaron who has the artillery, because he hasn't hit anything yet. But artillery is, you know, it's not too good. It's really good in, like, narrow maps with a lot of brush and a lot of infantry, because artillery just stomp infantry in pretty well. But for the rest, it's not too good. So this is really not going to be a fair game. It's 3v1. How are we doing on fuel? About 50%. So I'm going to run in his artillery pretty easily. So now, you know, he's going for this thing here, his flank. There's no point though. So I'm actually going to move these guys up to a Jacob and leave. Well, I can't leave the UAZ unprotected. I'll take the tank up to Jacob though. So this guy's lost his teammates. He's kind of playing alone. Who is it? Aaron, right? He's the guy who picked up the artillery, so he probably doesn't know how to play the game too well. We just gotta check and see if there's any anti-airs here. You gotta keep a close eye on this. FOB. So we're not going to have the command first, because that will be the place where they will attack from. No, I can't move this guy too far up. So I think he's got a more advanced tank. I believe that to be true. An armored supply truck next. Where are all my faggots at? That's just my question. Okay, I can't lose these, so I gotta unload them right now. And this one's actually just vehicles. Anti-aircraft team. These guys low on ammo? They are low on ammo. So we can kill the FOB and if you return them back to base, your FOB actually reloads your units, which makes them really, really good. So, yeah, it's not too hot right now. I have 1 tank team versus 2 tank teams. I'm just gonna load these guys. Where's my other units? Oh, right, over here. So I gotta try and get these guys out of here. I don't like that. I lost all my good ammunition already. I might just lose them here. I don't know. Like, I think one of the big problems of the game is that it might be a little bit too complicated. There might be too much going on with the game, and that's really, really bad. Yeah, there's too much going on in the game, it gets too complicated, people can't figure it out. Like, look at all these units. Like, what's the difference between this one, this one, this one, this one? I mean, there's numbers here, but you can't don't have time to figure that out, I guess I want to say. So, we need more tanks. Let's use the cheapy ones for now. Like 5 of those. I'm going to go after Nicholas, my target. So I got one of these guys away successfully. So this guy now has nothing here except for the FOB, which is pretty good. It'll refill his stuff, but he's at a pretty big disadvantage. Looks like he ran away his tanks, and I have succeeded in that. Nope, here's the air tank. They're still around. So these battle tanks coming out, where are they at? Where are my battle tanks at? Now hopefully this means true that these guys cannot shoot into the air. If that's true, then I'll have a pretty big advantage here. This will fall because I need anti-tank stuff here, which I don't have. Oh, he's got flak panzers. Run, 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 run. Run the flak panzers. That's where they're coming from. There's my freaking tanks at. I had a little tank. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was going to do this way. But, oh, here's my tanks. Yeah. So I have a little anti-tank team, but unfortunately I have no real place to put them to, because there's not much cover in this game, or this map. This is no doubt my least favorite map so far. Oh good, I still have 1 tank, which is doing significantly high amounts of damage to this guy. Anti-tank gun team. Oh, this was such a lucky find. So I guess he's been running his little anti-tank gun team here to try and flank any of my tanks. So yeah, they're worried. That's not good. You can't really micro this because things are too slow in the game. When they get worried, they for whatever reason decide to just slow down. Okay, so I beat that tank out. Now it's time to hit this flak panzer. Okay, time to refill up. And now I will have a solid tank push on this side. Now move this guy over this side. So move both these guys over here. Oh, what's this? Just randomly showing up. Main tank, okay. So I still need this over here. So you see this guy's got low ammo. So get him to fuel up. Now, like this is like his points are actually not very good. There's only 1 of him versus 3 of us, which means he has 3 times the resources, and he should have, at least something close to what we have. And he doesn't. He has like basically the same thing as us, which is not very good. So he's also got a recon, and on this kind of map without much cover, a recon's not going to do a lot. This tank should die out pretty fast. Okay, so that's all Good and done.
Какие будут приказания, сэр? Там взорвать танк, сэр. Вас понял, меняем позицию. Выдвигаемся, сэр.
I'll need more of the tanks. Get some of these guys. Okay, so martyrs are what again? Just a transport? Like, none of these are covered. It's pretty terrible. Like, there's a little tree here. You can't hide a whole army behind a tree. So yeah, it's actually a terrible map. It's actually one that should not exist. So what just happened of major importance? Defagates are in trouble. Combat level increase, that's good. That's very good. There's some cover. Maybe I'll put my faggots over here and I'll move these guys up to here. Oh, something's hitting me. I'm sure that's an anti-tank team. I have no doubt about it. Still feeling up. It's Chieftain main battle tank. Out of range. I wish they had a better range than this. Two of these Chieftain battle tanks. See, I don't know. This is like the kind of the crap of the game. The fact that you can't tell what's better unless you actually know every single unit of the game. And there's like 5,000 units in the game. Why has this guy got fueling problems? He's a helicopter. So yeah, apparently these are better than, apparently Chieftain MK5 and MK2 are better than T62s. How are you supposed to know that? I don't know. So what else is happening on the board? This side is totally untaken. Just throwing that out there. No one has even thought of taking this stuff. The only actual pieces in play are Jacob, Gregory, and what I got. Oh, and these two here. So yeah, I think it may be time for getting Ivan. And just kind of putting some teams there and whatnot, because right now... Oh shit, Flak Panthers, I gotta run. Don't sit there and... Stupid. Why do you have fuel concerns? Fuel is the most obnoxious mechanic in this entire game. It's really, really dumb. And I hope the designers of this game are listening when I say that it is a really dumb mechanic. It's the most unfun mechanic possible. Okay, so I'm just gonna sit these guys in the woods here, because this is the only cover in the entire map. And if he pushes forward at all, these guys will hit them in here. So I lost my helicopters, which I'm not too happy about. So I guess what I can do is, it's late game, we're at 2,000 points, it's a 3-3, so it should be about 5,000 points we'll hit. I'm going to save up for a supply, take Ivan, put some AA there, and then just camp it. These guys cannot sit here forever. In fact, he's moving already. I will protect this as well, and I'm just going to expand our resources. Do you do this normally? No, you normally don't do this, because I guess the games are, too long and too short. Critical impact stabilization malfunction. I really don't like the sound of that at all. So yeah, more helicopters, rifle squads. There's his artillery. Anti-aircraft missile. It's actually just a missile. Oh no, it's actually... okay, the missile shooters. So, Yeah, one of the things that's not really strategic for this game is it's actually not that strategic to capture points. Capturing points do not give you many resources per hour. I mean, look at this. It's like one resource every 5 seconds. So that's with 4 bases. 1, 2, 3. Well, actually, it's 3 bases. So, yeah, 1 point every 5 seconds divided by 3 will get you a third of a point every second. No, 1 point every 15 seconds. So that means every time you get a point, you get stuff for every 5 seconds. It's 200 resources. An average infantry costs you 40. Well, no, here's an average guy. 4 or 15. This is, yeah, 15. So an average infantry costs you 10. So you're losing 20 units so that you can get 5 resources. You can get, well, sorry, you can get 1 extra resource every 15 seconds. So what's that mean? It'll take you 2 to 3 minutes to get a single new unit. Now you tell me, is it work? Should I get the new thing here, or should I get more units? It just seems so obvious you should get more units. The game is actually just too slow right now to do otherwise. So he's running an infantry vehicle into my tank line here. So, as far as this goes, the infantry vehicles is different from the infantry. So a good tactic to do, and I haven't had a chance to do it in this game, and I probably will not, is to use your infantry vehicle as a spotter. And that will give you the extra range you need. Now you'll lose your infantry vehicle, so your infantry moving slow, but if you're going to keep them in the exact same place pretty much the entire game, it's a worthwhile trade-off. So what I'm going to do now is going to do a little bit of a flank into Jacob. See, he's kind of desperate, so he's pushing up his anti-tank team right now. Also, clicking on things is a little bit awkward. See, this one I can move up. It's empty. I can move that up. And hopefully he'll hit that, but he didn't. He went for... Or did he get the UAV? No, he didn't get the UAZ. So now I'm going into the woods here, and I'm going to try and flank his dudes. Of course, they're all infantry, so I should be getting anti-infantry infantry. Like, I don't even know what this means. Nothing in the game explains what this means. This little yield sign. Like, what am I yielding here? Am I yielding to oncoming traffic? I got 1 panic die, so the rest of the whole crew is panicked? Is that what it is? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't figure that out. So we're going to flank into Jacob. Sort of things you can get covered are these buildings. Now, he's got buildings at his, right? Do I have buildings at mine? No, there's no buildings there. Do I have buildings here? No, no buildings. Buildings here? Nope, no buildings. It's just empty area. The only things that can actually be covered here are like... well, nothing on my side can be. And really nothing over here can be covered. Like, this can be covered. Anna can be covered. But nothing else can be. It's just not really like great of a design. So I do have anti-air, so I'll be able to take this out. I'll take all these vehicles and set them off here. So he caught me, which is not good. The game's actually should be pretty close to be over. I gotta get these faggots back in the woods. So now I know he's got something else here as well. You know, it's a really, really cheap scout. I'm not actually losing a unit, I'm using the transport for unit. But you learn so much. So he's got an anti-tank, 2 anti-tank teams here. So I'm going to need a lot of these rifle squads. So here's the other thing. There's 2 rifle squads, crack+cdkey EMP4 and BTR. Like, you know, what's the difference? You look at this and it says like .545 caliber. Go over here, .545 caliber, AK-47, AK-7. Wait, what? No, they're both AK-74s. So you know, there's not much of a difference, except these are a little more expensive than these ones. Maybe it's just two cluster groupings of the exact same thing. I don't know. It's just really bizarre. So we're moving in on their artillery and their FOBs, which is a very big hit. Without FOBs, you can't realistically use your artillery. You can't really use helicopters. If you just target the FOB, these helicopters will eventually all just fall. So my two teammates are moving on this side, and over here, he can't move these forward because he didn't. Like, it's kind of ironic. He's not moving these forward because he has no recon. He has no recon because he's defending up here. It's his helicopters. You don't want to run your dudes into a trap. That's why recon is very, very important. Speaking of very, very important, I need 30. Really? He's trying to run his artillery away. Like, you can't even see the artillery right now. Because they're getting stopped so bad. And over here, there's a little mini battle between the gazelles. And, for some reason there was artillery fire on the gazelles, which is just messed up. Because artillery obviously cannot hit airplanes. So let's get a recon. So we have recon here. Can he shoot up? Guess he's gonna die. This looks like a pretty bad push actually, now look at it. Because he doesn't have any real AA here. Supply trucks. Supply trucks, I think, as far as I know, they also heal. Which is pretty good. It's damn good. So this is upside down. This is right side up? No? Oh, this is messed up. The map actually readjusts itself. It's really messed up. The map is readjusting itself to me turning it, so this actually doesn't mean anything. Just the FYI. Okay, so we have... Oh, it's a battle tank. So my PTR faggots are going to hit it because I got the recon. And now he's going to run it away. So my recon's going to move up a little more again. And what do you have up here? I guess that's an anti-air something. Maybe a flyer. When you zoom in, it just shows us... Oh, no, that's actually anti-air ground. Like, it's kind of weird. You get the silhouette, which at least tells you that you're getting something, but then you're getting what exactly? He is panicked. It's another particularly bad mechanic in the game is panicking. Because when you panic, what happens? You lose your squad. So this is an infantry versus tank push with recon support. Get these guys into a better range. Oh, there's the Panzer grenadiers. So I got the faggots going for the tank, and the Moto Streak's going to run into battle against Thing, and then I'm going to send, where are they at? All these BTR anti-armor things after the Panzer Grenadiers. They'll act as kind of somewhat of a distraction. At a range, what's that mean? They should not be at a range. You were just firing at them. Go away. So another Leopard tank here. So I should get more anti-tank guys. Let's get the best of the best. Okay, so he's actually out of rockets. And he's soon out of rockets. If I can just cure this tank. I don't think I will, though. There's two of them panicked there. You still got the Panzer Grenadiers here. They're probably saying like, oh, you know, you got a big loss, right? I just lost a lot of stuff. He lost a really, really expensive tank. And I lost, like, you know, really cheap stuff. Alright, looks like I'm lagging out again. Yep, there we go. So, yeah, I don't know if the game is ready for launch. I'll say it right now. Like, lag out / victory. You know, yeah, I get points for that. I don't know if the game is actually ready for launch. You know, apparently I got 25 command stars randomly there. The game has too many bugs, too many flaws. It's actually too complicated. I'll show you the complexity of the game. Just finish this up. So at first I thought it was just deck. I thought that was the very start of it, and that's what I showed you last time. Is deck, and that's just, you know, oh, that's kind of simple. It's only a, you know, a handful of units, right? And you go to the other deck. Once again, oh yeah, just a handful of units, right? That's simple. Then you go to the armory, and you know, why does this game need so many frigging everything? Like, I could understand an aesthetic replacement, but why does a game that's intended to be fun have to be so frigging complex? Why does every single military unit in the entire world have to be in this game? It's a game called European Escalation. Couldn't you just eliminate the United States from this game? Like, could you just... But they have every single one. It's ridiculous. So, you know, do I enjoy this? No, this is dumb. The multiplayer should be simplified down to just simple start packs. But it's not. It's obscenely complicated. And because of that, I don't like the game. I actually don't like the game. The single player might be different. The game's still pretty cheap. It's like $40, which is pretty cheap. So, you know, it might still get a seal of approval if the single player is phenomenal. But right now, like, I'm not even close to maxing out this deck. How can this be fun when it can't even be competitive? I mean, why should I lock out this command armor? What's the advantage of this one? Optics. Same thing. And then you go over here, and it's like, well, let's go with tanks. So this was the tank, or this is the tank that is really expensive and easier than last time. And I was just assuming that. I actually didn't know that. Is it really great? I have no idea. The main gun is 120mm caliber. This is 100 caliber. It's stupid. This is the best one I have, Leopard, and this is like 105 caliber. They should just look at the game and just think about balancing it, like just removing 95% of these units. Just get rid of them. They're not needed at all. And consider just starting over. Just building the game from the start. Because it's just not that fun in this form. It's really dumb. Apparently that one unlocks all those. I guess this one will unlock all of these. Will there be competitive this game? Of course there'll be people competing this game, but they won't be people competing this game and enjoying them. And that's the kicker. People have to enjoy this game, and it's just too complicated. I would rather a game of StarCraft 2, which has about 400 less units in it, but it's mostly balanced. Alright, well, yeah, I've wasted all my command stars on stuff, so thank you for watching, and hopefully you'll look at my solo games in roughly 4 days when the game goes live. So I'll see you then.